And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense heading out, and a welcome sight for 49er fans. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way. Jimmy, of course, lost for the season in Week 3 last year in Kansas City, and then the Niners really struggled the rest of the way without him. The silver lining to the early season injury, it gave Jimmy Garoppolo plenty of time to heal and get back to 100%. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or probing one, a little bit of a jab. The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now. To kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
However you measure DeForest Buckner, 6'7", 6'8", it really doesn't matter. He looks like a basketball power forward, and the one thing that he always focuses on and concentrates on is leverage. How does he drop his pad level so he can get down there and compete with the blockers of the NFL?
And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here we go. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here, 1st and 10 at their own 1. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about...
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 37 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
On second down, Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Gold now out to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need it. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
48 for Mike. Here we go, G, get off the field. Get.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he Here's receiver Pettis for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold with the extra point, and a route is on here.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, as everyone else carry the football, that's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. It's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Garrett Selleck, 33 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Right there, 54, right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We got this.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rush. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun, Rush. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
He's got daylight. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Gold with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's to his running back, complete.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return is Pettis. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Mullins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 2, Rush. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The final shot before break. Rush. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. So we have reached halftime in our first. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? You're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rush to throw. This to Jarwin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turn back over. They want to do their part now and show them
30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run with Pollard. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards, first down Niners. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice it.
Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And with things looking on 4th. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that
and across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Garrett Selleck, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rush. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rush. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Rush. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Rush. And that's caught by Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Back to throw, Rush. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again. Rush. His throw incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Rush. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had Say so long from Santa Clara.